We've started recording. This is the Triage for Chef server on October 4th, 2019. Let's get started. We have a couple of pull requests that are from within Chef, but outside of the team. Both of them related to HA proxy, so it might be something good to tag, like we just discussed, Mark. I think one of them is this, from Stephen Nana. And like you said, this looks good, but it's a good idea to get this tested with Chef backend before we merge it in. So I will add it to and sustaining backlog. And there is another one from Tim Smith around this. Yep, this one. All right, they are both tagged. There are a lot of internal pull requests going on for the couple of tasks that we are working on to move to Erlang 19 upgrade dependencies and trying to merge in the PRs from some of the external contributors and Elasticsearch work. But I don't want to go through them for the purpose of this triage, like we spoke about. Let's go to the issues. Again, there are a lot of internal issues here because we are using GitHub to track the work that is being done for this project. So I would like to scroll down onto any new issues that have come that we might have not tagged. Mark, we had briefly taken a look at these two issues. I don't know if we have a response yet.
No.
Yeah, we tagged these. Oh. Something I mean to keep ready every time and I forget. So we try to add 6 different types of labels: triage, type, aspect, component, status, and size. Okay, so let's go on. Again, I think most of these are internal issues. This is the epic. Okay, this is the epic for which we have created the issues. All right, we seem to have gone through. I know we have already looked at this, Mark, the Chef LDAP authentication. Do you think this might be useful to take a look at before the next release, since our next release is around Erlang updates and LDAP?
Yeah, I'm just looking at this a little bit.
The number is 1720.
Yeah. Okay, so
There seems to be nothing in the chef logs.
yeah, this feels like 12, 18, 14. When did we have the Erlang?
1218 is the broken LDAP.
Yeah.
1217 was a good version, and then 18 and 19 broke LDAP.
So yeah, this feels like it might be part of the same breakage that we got when we upgraded that to Erlang 18 to get rid of that CVE, that fixed the CVE and broke LDAP. Looks like this might have caused this as well. See if we can repro this. But yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to troubleshooting it too much before we have the R19 fix in is probably not going to even be possible, since we know we need to unbreak LDAP before we can even do any further diving.
Yes. I lost thread. The breakage due to upgrade. No, you're fine. What did we upgrade that broke LDAP?
I'm see if I can find that issue.
Yeah, I get here.
1642 might be related. I think maybe. Yeah, I think 1642.
1642. Okay. Yes. This is the one that we are on point for fixing for the next release.
Yeah, so I guess I would say that let's fix 1642 and loop our back around to see if this is just another manifestation of 1642, which is probably the likely thing, or if we still have some other issues. But until 1642 is fixed.
There is and should be fixed with the upcoming chef infra server release. The 19. Meanwhile, do we suggest that they could use an older version?
It's pretty much our only workaround.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had known it was going to be so long before we got to R19, I would have probably tried to figure out a better workaround sooner. But given that R19 is so close,
it is really close now. Yes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this should not be on the 12.17, right? This is 18, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to check what the stable release was. For 17. 1733, I think I can say the 1715, 1733. Maybe I can say 1733. Sorry.
Yeah, we should let's definitely call out that this is maybe a manifestation of what was seen in 1642. We should.
Good point.
Maybe that second sentence where you say this looks like this same breakage that was seen
here.
Yeah.
You said it was 1642, right?
Yeah, 1642. as seen in 16 as described in 1642 or something, so that just
Yeah, I should maybe read this. Uh, and I want to edit the labels to say status. Consider for next release. Needs. Try reproducing. But the try reproducing is after it is fixed, so maybe I'll just add the epic to it. I think it's 1733.
is it real? Is this an epic, or you just want to refer to it?
Yeah, so if I add the epic label, then
Oh,
when I look at this epic, it'll show me all the issues related to that epic, as in the issues that that epic should solve, just so that there is one place to go and say,
okay.
okay.
You're going to refer to the epic, not make this an epic.
No.
Oh.
Refer. Yes, sorry. All right. So that makes me happy. Okay, I'm not going through the ones that we have marked. So I'm going to look at 1563. Chef restore failed when restoring data on new server. Okay, you may want to try setting the timeout.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, okay, so this is a year old at this point.
Yeah.
I would say I don't know. I would be tempted to close with a friendly note saying, hey, we haven't heard back. If the suggestion doesn't work with you, hopefully this suggestion worked for you. If it didn't, please
Feel free to open.
Feel free to reopen. Yeah. Unless we want to start an issue to change our default, but that's
I would hold off on that, I think. And I said due to inactivity. Is that an okay thing to
yeah,
say?
typo.
Yes.
That
Read my mind.
that spell check has been such my friend.
Please feel free. Reopen if
Yeah. Oh, due to inactivity, but
do.
sorry, I didn't want to like it. I always get even more nervous when someone is like correcting me all the times. So
Thank you. All right. So
all right.
264. All right. Let's keep going.
So one thing we should do for maybe future triages is
Yeah.
I don't know if untriage is the tag, but go through and mark everything we've not looked at with a tag so that we can just filter. Untriaged
Oh,
might be the way to do that. Is that way we can then just filter for untriaged issues.
and then I don't have to keep clicking on the page because it defaults to the front page every time.
Yeah, and then also look at issues that have been touched recently, even if they've been triaged. Sort of like a two filter pass might speed up our process.
That's a good suggestion. Okay, chef server installation Ubuntu 16 with Docker file error executing action run on the resource execute OCID schema. This is 1562. 121733. Okay.
Oh, Docker.
It's on Docker, yeah.
Okay, so they're using. I mean, part of it is Docker. Docker is just enough different on its baseline assumptions to break things on us because we. Okay, so
I don't know. Can someone please help?
yeah, that's,
Uh, the, I I don't know that we well we do for Automate maybe, but I don't know that we test Chef server with Docker within Docker.
we don't. Um, we don't really support Chef server on Docker. I'm not familiar with this. There's a I can't remember the GitHub repo, but there's someone's Chef with Docker repo that was referenced at the start of this ticket, uh, and is it 1562 we're looking at?
Yes, 1562. You're right.
And yeah, they reference this. Um, so let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep on typing dyslexia versions of this. Let's try the right version. So they're using. I I don't know. So I mean, historically, we ended up doing the Habitized Chef server because we hit our own issues getting Chef server running in Docker. And
Yeah.
so that's why we ended up doing the Habitat stuff because the omnibus operating model was just not well matched to Chef Server and would have been a complete rewrite, and have offered a much cleaner way of managing that. And
Yeah.
so I'm I I feel like this is one of those things that okay, so it's been a while. Um, I think running Omnibus and Docker is probably not something we're going to want to support. We certainly don't test. And so I think there's two conversations to have. Is one, uh, what do we want to support around Docker for the story? Do we support um, automate Chef server installations in Docker? Do we support a Docker, some Docker containerized thing for Chef server? And if so, what is it? And so I think we need to figure out exactly what that is. This thing here, I mean, it's not our Docker file. This is so
Yeah.
I'm
So
I'm
permissions are
certainly
getting
not
messy.
familiar with it.
Is it a good course of action for the purpose of this ticket to
I,
ask them if they're still having this issue or if they still need help and point them in the direction of our Chef Server Habitat packages?
well, except that we're not really recommending we're not recommending they're out there for people to pick up, but again, we don't support them. You know, we don't support them as is. I mean, they're part of our automate stuff,
Automate stuff. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
but I mean, what happened was is we built these packages, and then to kind of discovered that on their own they were not useful. They were they were kind of like giving people a pile of bolts and nuts and saying, "Build your car." and and so yes, if you were really good, you could assemble a car out of the parts we gave you, but it wasn't a very friendly solution. And we just, it wasn't something that we kind of thought of as at the same level of product stuff as, the omnibus install, which, you know,
Yeah,
I would say that, I mean,
just
I
an
would,
unsupported.
we don't, we're aware that but I would say something like we know we have some bad assumptions around omnibus. um I guess the best way to do this is right now we don't support Docker installs of Omnibus Chef server. Let's if you think this is if you something you would want, please suggest an idea on AHA. And that I think it has to be taken in through product to make the call on what the Docker story is for Chef server going forward. And so let's get this in AHA so product will track it. And if and you know and then they have it in their systems to help make the call on what we're going to do. But right now, Omnibus Chef server is, I think I would say, known broken even.
Do you have the link to AHA offhand that I could paste?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll go pull it out then. Request you to be within pages. Let's see. Um, Should I say, wait, this is okay to close out, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, is it okay to say closing it out in favor
Yeah,
of
I
the
would
permitted
say
one?
that, even something like we weren't able to omnibus omnibus wasn't omnibus wasn't well structured to deliver a good experience for Docker users or something like that. You know.
Users. Um, yeah, does this look okay?
Structured in a way that lets us give a good experience to Docker users.
Okay. Well,
I'm putting excess verbiage in, but basically we couldn't deliver. We you know
all right. Let's go back. Okay, the next one is 1559, Azure PostgreSQL username and host not supported.
Oh, this is
Should be fixed. Well, I wouldn't say it should be fixed because that PR is still in the works, but yes,
yeah
this is from
Zanecode.
Zencodes.
Yeah, Zancode's wrote a really nice thing here. Let's
Yeah,
just comment that at least a preliminary version of this should land in the next version of Chef Server, and let's. I don't know if we want to. I feel like there
track
should.
this.
I feel like we should have a whole list of issues that we close only when they ship.
Yeah, which is why I want to put the epic that it's associated with. So we have an epic for the work that we were doing to support usernames at host names on Azure. Maybe I can link that epic in here. And then once we decide to close that epic out, after all of the tickets have merged, we can be sure to test this or make sure that this is fixed. Some of the issues are linked in here. Some of the pull requests, the one that's open is linked in here. So that's a good thing. Um, and I'm going to add the epic to this, which was oh, did we not create an epic for that work?
We might not have. I mean, we can let's at least refer to the pull requests that landed.
That's here.
Okay. And then there's also the tag next chef version or something like that.
Yeah, next chef release. Yes.
Do we have? This is where the milestone thing might be useful for us.
Yeah. We just have to consider for next release. It's actually, and it is adopted. And um, I found I'm not sure we have an component here because it's a chef server.
Yeah, it's a lot of components. Or yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
the component makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not going to put the size on this because it was a big one and it's almost done, but it's
Yeah,
not merged yet. So,
sizing is for planning. Retrospect
yes.
sizing doesn't.
Chef server control basic. You know what? I actually, sorry, I want to make a note of this. Um, so I have a sheet that I'm maintaining for the work to sort of track it. And we have everything in GitHub, but this is just to make sure that the GitHub issues don't get lost between all of the labels, which is not a good thing, but there. Okay, PSQL reporting cannot find DB password. This is reporting in
Oh
1733.
well, reporting. That's done, right? We're telling.
Yeah, we have deprecated it, but I don't know.
I mean,
This is,
if this is, we're not going to release a new version of reporting, or we're not going to release a version of Chef Server to fix a reporting bug, is our official policy, right?
yes, but yeah, yes, you're right. I, I don't know though if this is an old version that still supported reporting, but you're right. We won't be fixing any bugs.
So it's a great little write up.
Yeah, and oh, they're trying. So this is different. This is they're running the P-SQL reporting. I'm sorry, trying to connect to the P-SQL database
Oh, what?
from the command line. But this should not be done. Like this is not a like that command anyway was only supported to identify if there were any issues or something like that. Like it's not a thing that you need for reporting to be working anyway.
Yeah, so we broke it.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know. With this change, I don't know if his a chef of psql or chef command will continue to work though. Well, that's a if there. So yeah, it will because he put an
Yeah,
if there.
because it has that if. Yeah.
maybe it's a good to have.
So I'm trying to. Okay,
But no, yes, no, you're right. We should not fix this.
we've end of life reporting and not aren't.
Yes, 100%.
I
You are
feel
right.
bad because they actually gave an excellent write up.
Yeah,
And
yes.
this is, I mean, this was it's a first rate write up, and
Yes. Do I need to link to the blog post with that, or this is just okay?
yeah, it's worth linking to the blog post because I mean, in the end, a lot of people search for this kind of thing, and let's make everything really friendly for them. And if we're gonna give someone bad news, we might as well, you know, be as helpful as we can.
This is the one, right?
Yes, yes, that's the one.
Okay, this is May 31st, 2018. That in my mind, it just makes things better because this is August 28th, 2018 when it was already deprecated.
Yeah.
Um, this.
So let's close it.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Well, this is me. Not. I things are better now. We'll be better.
Yes. Yes.
So
Uh, this one we looked at. Now we're looking at 1548. All right, this is from Tim. Remove cookbook dependency on OpenSSL post chef 14.4. Run as OpenSSL cookbook.
oh, I don't know. Have we done this? This is we should check if we've done this.
No, looks like we haven't.
Still there.
Oh, sorry. Let me go to master. No, we actually got, yeah, we got rid of it. There is no SSL.
I think we fixed this in 13. This was part
Yay.
of the long lift of, when we moved to when we updated the huge chef client updates. I think we
Yes, you're right. So update this one. Oh no, this is just adding it. I want to see which one got rid of it. But you think it's a part of 13? If you know that, then I'll just see
um
it.
I think so. Well, that was when we did the big sweep through all because we updated to the latest version of Chef Client. we went through and did a lot of cleanup around it just because it was
Oh, yes. Looks like Tim has a PR there that he referenced.
between Tim did a lot of work, I did some work, we did just a massive amount of just all around cleanup with this.
Surgery. Yeah.
So did that should actually be the pull request that closed it.
Yeah, but I wasn't able to find that file here. So does this, this is a metadata file, right? Metadata.rp, private chef metadata.rp.
That's a change to chef we're looking at, right?
Am I? Oh,
Oh,
yes.
his link is to the chef change, not the chef server change.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. If we verified on the current master that it is not there, I was hoping to quickly find the version, but I will just put 13 for now.
That would have been commit here. Have the commit. How do you post it?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's we're telling. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it looks like we removed that in.
Oh,
I guess I'll paste it. It's a SHA that I'm not gonna. God, sorry.
was it his commit that fixed it? Like,
One of his commits that fixed it. Yeah, so he filed an issue and then fixed it for us. Tim's nice that way.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just say thank you for fixing this.
And let's see, was that, I'm trying to figure out which PR that would have been. Update chef client to 14.456. 14.4.
1410, this one? Upgrade chef to 1410.
It's 1567 looks like the pull request.
Yay! Thank you.
Well, it's not in favor of, oh, yeah, that's fine.
Well, closing.
Closed by.
Closed by, yes.
So
you were more correct.
I'm Mr. Pedantic today.
All good.
All right.
Okay. Habitat OC by Frost Init missing home. That is number 1536.
That's interesting.
I think this would be fixed by now because I'm sure we're using it. Or
Well, this one's interesting because our most common usage of it um, is 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 wrapped in another layer, and so sometimes there might. I don't think we've likely we may not have fixed this. I think the question. I think again, this is the. I think we need to get a feedback on like how much support we're doing for the HAB packages. I
so we need to support the Chef server, the OC or Chef have packages, and I know Nginx um, goes with it.
um, so doing just a quick little search for code here.
Yep.
Okay, so it's the run hook. Um, yeah, so this does not look like it's been fixed. I think we need to. Okay, so do we have like a component habitat or something like this?
I think we do, yes. Yeah.
I mean, this is. Yeah, to be clear, I've not personally confirmed this, so
Oh, sorry. I thought.
I'm I'm reading the code, and I think I don't think we have fixed it, but I haven't done like I haven't tried this myself.
All right. I misunderstood. I
I'm
will
just reading
change
the
the.
code and just like I'm catching up with their train of thought and verifying that we haven't gone ahead and fixed it for them.
I want to say this is a good first issue.
Yes, I think it is a good first issue. I think anyone that we would happy have a pull request on it. It's I feel like because we wrap the habitat packages for Chef Server in our main use cases around A2
Yeah.
automate, we don't aren't bitten by this because the wrappers I suspect essentially protect us from this bug.
Ah, okay. That is why. Okay, that's why we've not hit it. Okay.
I feel like we need to. This one is, I think, worth us investigating further and trying to figure out if we're going to support the HAB packages in any way. We probably should fix this. I just off cuff don't have a solution for them. Figure like this needs like a little research. So it probably needs to be prioritized in a sort of a research investigation queue.
All right. I didn't do that. Um,
All right.
please.
Habitat Chef Server Cuddle Bug.
I missed one in between, didn't I? Yes. 1535.
I think again we should yeah.
Is there a way for me to just find issues that don't have any labels? I could do that right now. If there is an easy
I
way.
don't know how to do that. That's been something I've been wanting to research. I'm sure there's something you can do. I just don't know how. Um, I as far as this this that other issue, um, um, I would what is it? 1535, 1536, and 1535. I would tag this just like I tagged the one you just had a moment ago.
Mm-hmm.
It feels, habitat, good first issue, try reducing, it looks like a bug. And then have a conversation about what we need. I think this is, let's talk with product about what we're going to do as far as hab package support. I think it falls into the same conversation as Docker.
Okay, I'm making a list of questions for prod. All right. Component habitat. Triage need try reproducing. Type bug. Aspects. Correctness.
I mean, yeah, so it was I think it feels like a bug. We didn't put an aspect on either of them.
Yeah, I missed it.
Um, feels like correctness, but or packaging. Actually, packaging probably is the.
I always miss that, don't I? Where is, yeah. Yeah.
Since I have the other one up, 36. I'm going to add aspect packaging to it for you.
Oh, thank you so much. So there is a status to be prioritized. Indicates the product needs to prioritize this.
Yes, and I think that's exactly where we want to talk about this is.
I think this wasn't a label that we spoke to Josh about. I think we spoke to him about needs reproducing. We spoke to consider for next release. And then I think this is a third label that I would like to tell him to take a look at. To be prioritized. Okay. Cool. The next one, is it this? Please provide the contents of the stack trace.out file if you file a bug report. Is this a mistake?
I would say we close this as having no closing this because there's nothing to do.
Please let us know if there is any bug. Or not adequate information. Or no information is probably okay.
Yeah, or maybe let me closing this out since this doesn't really closing this out since there's
No actionable item.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a better way to phrase it, but that's basically
Okay.
since there's no Yeah, that's a little. It comes across as harsh. I'm trying to come across with a better way of phrasing it, since there's
Oh,
not enough specific is
closing this out for now.
closes out for now. Yeah, yeah,
We are nice people, just struggling with English.
yeah. Me too.
Okay.
Uh,
We closed 3 issues today.
yeah.
Yay.
We're at 12:36, by the way.
Oh, wow. I am going to stop the triage. I got
Yeah.
carried away.
Well, made good progress.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your time today, Mark. And I'm going to stop recording.